It's 11:47 p.m. You just finished dinner 2 hours ago, and yet, here you are.
You're not hungry. Your body knows it. Your stomach is full, your calories are met, and still, something is pulling you back.
This feeling has a name. Scientists call it phantom hunger, and it has nothing to do with your stomach.
Your stomach sent the right signals. It did its job. The problem is somewhere else, somewhere much deeper.
Running from your gut to your brain is one of the most powerful nerves in your entire body, the vagus nerve.
And research suggests that 80% of the signals on this nerve travel upward from your gut straight into your brain.
Your brain is not commanding your hunger. Your gut is reporting it, and sometimes it's filing a false report.
You've felt this. You finish a meal, you're physically satisfied, and 10 minutes later, your mind is already thinking about the next thing to eat.
That's not weakness. That's not poor discipline. That is a neurological loop running on autopilot, and you were never taught how to turn it off.
In the next 4 minutes, you're going to understand exactly why this happens and exactly how to break it.
Your body runs two completely separate hunger systems. One is built for survival. The other is built for pleasure, and they do not communicate.
The first system is called homeostatic hunger. This is your body genuinely needing fuel. Calories are low, energy is dropping, and your gut sends a real signal upward.
This is the hunger your ancestors felt. Pure biology. Your body asking for what it genuinely needs to survive.
Then there is the second system, hedonic hunger. This has nothing to do with survival. This is your brain chasing a chemical, and that chemical is dopamine.
Dopamine is not a pleasure chemical. Research suggests it is more accurately described as a wanting chemical. It does not make you feel good. It makes you feel like you need more.
Now, here is where it gets precise. The vagus nerve, that blue highway running from your gut to your brain, carries far more than hunger signals.
It carries your stress levels, your emotional state, your anxiety. Studies show the gut contains over 100 million nerve cells, more than your entire spinal cord.
This is why scientists now call it the second brain. And your second brain is deeply, directly connected to your emotions.
So when you are anxious, lonely, bored, or numb, your second brain feels it first, and it sends one message upward: feed me. Not because you need food, because your brain needs relief.
You were never just eating food. You were self-medicating. And the drug your brain chose was engineered to keep you coming back.
The food you craved most was not accidentally delicious. It was scientifically engineered to be impossible to stop eating.
Food scientists call it the bliss point, the precise combination of sugar, fat, and salt that sends your dopamine system into overdrive. The moment that combination hits your tongue, before you have even swallowed, your brain releases a dopamine spike.
And here is the trap. That spike drops fast. And when it drops, your brain does not feel normal. It feels deprived. So it screams, "Do it again." Studies suggest that sugar activates the same neural reward pathways as addictive substances. The mechanism is not identical, but the pattern of craving, use, and withdrawal is remarkably similar. But the food industry did not stop at taste. They engineered texture, color, smell, and even the sound of packaging, all designed to trigger your brain before the food reaches your mouth.
And while this loop runs, your real hunger signals, your homeostatic system, gets quieter, drowned out. You lose the ability to hear your own body.
This is the moment most people hit rock bottom with food. Not because they lack willpower, because a billion-dollar system was built specifically to override it. Pivoting to empowerment. The loop is not a character flaw. It is a design feature. And anything that was designed can be redesigned.
Neuroscience calls this neuroplasticity. Your brain can physically rewire itself, and you are about to learn exactly how to use it. Neuroplasticity is not a theory. It is a biological fact. Every time you interrupt a craving loop before acting on it, your brain physically begins building a new pathway.
The protocol is called the vagus reset. 3 steps, 10 minutes. And it works by directly communicating with the nerve that started the problem in the first place. Step 1, the pause. The moment a craving hits, do not fight it and do not follow it. Set a 10-minute timer. Research suggests cravings peak and dissolve within this window if you do not feed them. Step 2, breathe into the nerve. 4 counts in, hold for 4, out for 8. This specific pattern, longer exhale than inhale, directly activates your vagus nerve's calming response. Step 3, name the emotion. Before you eat anything in that 10-minute window, ask one question. Am I physically empty, or am I feeling something I don't want to feel? Studies on mindful eating suggest that simply naming an emotion before eating reduces impulsive food choices by disrupting the automatic neural response before it completes. Challenging and motivating. Issuing the directive. Do this for 7 days, not perfectly, consistently. Research on habit formation suggests neural pathways begin measurable restructuring within 1 week of repeated new behavior. Your gut will still send signals. Your brain will still reach for comfort. But now you will know what the signal actually means. And that knowledge alone changes everything.
You were never weak. You were never undisciplined. You were running on a system that was designed against you. And now you know how to redesign it. It's 11:47 p.m. The fridge light is on, and this time, you already know the answer.